has been flying on the social media for days now. Now, what happened in Burkina Faso was that some soldiers in Burkina Faso were approached with some amount of money, and this money was converted and realized that is up to 500 billion safer. My God. And when the money was converted to dollar is about $8 million. My loves, imagine $8 million, that huge amount of money, to be sacrificed in order to terrorize the country and take away a man. How can people be so mean, heartless? My loves, I want you to remember that in this Sahel region, they have cut off from colonial rulers, they have cut off from the Western world. They are trying to build up their countries themselves. And you will agree with me that ever since they cut off with the West, there has been remarkable, tremendous development and change in some of this country, especially in Burkina Faso. And the numerous attacks to kill the president, Captain Ibrahim Traore, will show you that the West are not really happy with what is going on. They are not happy that this man is achieving a lot without their support, without their help, without bowing down to them.
In a recent high-stakes operation, Burkina Faso's defense and security forces uncovered and thwarted a destabilization plot valued at an astonishing 5 billion CFA francs. The scheme, designed to create chaos and undermine the government, involved paying soldiers an enormous sum in exchange for actions aimed at destabilizing the country. However, loyal troops strategically played along with the conspirators' plan, gathering evidence and waiting for the opportune moment to apprehend him. Yesterday, security forces finally cornered the suspect, catching him with suitcases packed with banknotes. This episode resembles a scene from a suspenseful thriller, but in reality, speaks volumes about the persistent threats that President Ibrahim Traore faces in his mission to restore stability to Burkina Faso. The attempted bribe is far from the first destabilization effort directed at Ibrahim Traore's administration. Since coming to power, Traore has been the target of numerous coups and conspiracies, orchestrated by those with dark motives to disrupt the nation's progress. These plots aim to create instability, as certain elements within and outside Burkina Faso view Traore's reforms as a direct threat to their interests. The scale of these plots, and the high-profile attempt thwarted yesterday, reveal the determination of Traore's enemies and the lengths to which they are willing to go to eliminate him. From large-scale bribery to assassination attempts, Ibrahim Traore has narrowly evaded repeated assaults on his life, thanks in large part to loyalists within the defense and security forces who have remained steadfast in their commitment to his vision. This latest incident is a striking example of how nefarious forces attempt to influence soldiers with promises of massive financial rewards. In this case, the plotters' plan was to mobilize soldiers against Ibrahim Traore in exchange for billions of CFA francs, a staggering amount that underscores the seriousness of the destabilization efforts. Fortunately, the soldiers, acting on orders from higher command, accepted the deal only as part of a well-coordinated trap. Their loyalty to Ibrahim Traore and Burkina Faso's future was never in question. When the time came, the suspect was apprehended, exposing the depth of the conspiracy. This arrest, along with the seizure of the funds, would allow the government to trace the money's origins and unmask those behind the plot to overthrow Traore's administration. President Ibrahim Traore has been unyielding in his commitment to safeguard Burkina Faso against such subversive forces. Since taking office, he has implemented sweeping reforms aimed at strengthening the nation's security and restoring order in regions previously afflicted by insurgency. Yet his assertive approach has made him a target of frequent coup attempts. Numerous factions, both domestic and foreign, have viewed Traore's leadership as a threat to the old order and are increasingly desperate to halt his progress by any means necessary. These factions use financial incentives to recruit allies in their bid to depose Ibrahim Traore, further highlighting the scale of resistance he faces. The intercepted plot also highlights a crucial aspect of Traore's strategy. building a robust and loyal defense force that prioritizes the nation's welfare above all else. Ibrahim Traore understands the critical role of his soldiers in defending against not only external enemies, but also internal threats from those who would exploit instability for their own gain.
To think of it, guys, with the way the economy is going for every country of the world, how can people have the mind to release such amount of money just to see that a country is being destroyed, a country is brought to the state of chaos and so many unrest? Imagine all the things that Ibrahim Traore has been doing right from the time he emerged as the president of Burkina Faso. He has transformed the country literally. You can see remarkable difference. Now, ever since he cut ties with the West, you can see that he has really done massive things and achieved a lot. If only other presidents would see and copy from Ibrahim Traore, Africa will really be better. How many countries cut off from the West and are doing great?